One of the most rewarding processes and popular save types amongst players in career mode is the classic Road to Glory. A long haul, a rags to riches type shindig from the 4th tier to Champions League elites. The sheer satisfaction you feel when you raise a club from the ashes like a phoenix, it's often even a challenge to figure out what kind of clubs would be worthy to pick for such an infamous task. So that's why in today's video we're going to be highlighting some of the best Road to Glory teams you need to rebuild come FIFA 21 career mode, ranging from fallen giants, smaller clubs in the shadows of their rivals, and teams ruined by bad ownership. It's a real mixed bag on display today. If I've missed out on any obvious entries, let me know down in the comments below. Also, what RTG saves are you guys looking forward to starting once you get your hands on FIFA 21? Make sure you drop a like, hit the subscribe button if you're new around here, turn on those notifications. We're on the road to 100k, and without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Big ups to Surfshark VPN for getting involved, the sponsors of today's video. They're a service that protects your online information, encrypting your personal data and keeping it under lock and key. Some say it's safer than having a 99 rated O Black in goal. To get the best out of your favorite streaming services and online video platforms with features like the ability to link an unlimited number of devices, protection from targeted ads, accessing your favorite content and more. Ever been hit with this bad boy before?
But what are you doing? Look at this guy!
That's an everyday reality for Sir BCHD when managing abroad. In just a couple of clicks, you can change countries and connect to servers from across the world, gaining access to Geoblock's content in the process. So the next time you're overseas struggling to livestream San Marino's under-21s versus Greece, you know what to do.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Think again, Big Shaq. All you've got to do is download Surfshark with the link in the description, use the promo code BCHD, and you'll get 85% off and an extra 3 months completely free. It's on the house. We're going to start it out with quite an obvious choice from the bat, but I want to get all the heavy hitters out the way early. It is going to be Salford City. Made their debut in FIFA 20 and they're proven to be a popular RTG English choice. Still participating in the 4th tier, League 2 is where they stay. As everyone's already aware, they're owned by many members of the class of 92, David Beckham included. Gary Neville, Phil Neville, Paul Scholes all have their hands in this club and want to make it a real project. The owners give an investment and it looks like they're a club on the rise. A low budget criteria, like many teams on this list, their owners are probably the richest in the division. Are you going to focus on domestic and local British talent, or go for future superstars, even poach a few off City and United? Love them or hate them, the Lions are roaring their way up the English divisions. Their badge is sleek but subtle, their kits are fire. What more do you want? Could you knock the local rivals and two powerhouses of Manchester off their perch? With the class of 92 backing ya, anything is possible. From England, we transition over to Germany. 1860 Munich is going to be our next candidate. This is a club that has always been in the shadow of their inner city rivals, Bayern Munich, who have just fresh off winning the Champions League, might I add. They're forced to share a stadium. They both play in the Allianz Arena. It actually goes red when Bayern are playing, and the lights go blue when 1860 Munich are on. Up until 2017, that is, when Bayern took out the rights to be the sole tenants of the stadium. But unfortunately, EA couldn't hold on to the license, and the stadium's no longer in the game. Cheers, Pez. I'm gonna go cry now. Currently playing in the 3rd division of German football, the 3. Liga. They have been formed over 160 years. In 1860, it's literally in the name. The blue and white Lions are minnows in comparison to the Bavarian Giants. Throughout their entire history, they've only won the league and German Cup. They were one of the founding members of the Bundesliga when it was originally formed. They're the OGs. Ever since 2004, this club's been on the decline. After a 10-year stint in the Bundesliga, they haven't returned since. They've hit rock bottom for too long, and it is time for a renaissance. Switch it on over now. It would have been a perfect spot for an Italian Road to Glory, but EA had to remove Serie B from FIFA 21, so we've got to make do. The Giallorossi will fill the quota as the Witches of Benevento are led by Filippo Inzaghi, AC Milan, an Italian legend in his own right, casting spells upon the rest of the competition. They decimated Serie B, breaking records, and they find themselves in the top flight for the 2nd time in their history and the 1st time time since 2017. Their badge is literally something coming straight out of Harry Potter. Just sit back and appreciate it for a second. It's a witch on a broomstick flying around in the sky. Their last stint in Serie A wasn't really something to remember, as they hold the record for the most league losses in a row with 14 games winless. An embarrassing feat for the Serie A debutants. Can you build a new dynasty on their road back to the top and be the unexpected underdogs to contest up against the big boys? Go head to head with regional rivals Napoli? You never know what the sorcerers could be conjuring up, and you could be the one captivated by their magic at the helm. It's our first Spanish contender on the list. Making their appearance, it's Real Oviedo. Where do we start? The club were in dire straits in the 2012-13 season, on the verge of going bankrupt, experiencing severe financial difficulties. They were going into administration. Ex-players, former footballers, football fans from around the world dipped into their pockets and saved the club as they opened up their shares to any potential investors. Even the second richest man in the world, Carlos Slim, invested £2.5 million into the club. That's where the Spencer FC story comes into play. He really put them on the map, creating videos, content, even career mode series around the club, and they've been a YouTube favorite for years now, even hosting major Spanish talents back in the day. They've had the likes of Juan Mata, Santicarola, Michu, and even Adrian in their ranks. Combined with the help of Spencer Owen and co, they really pushed into the football mainstream limelight, having a strong presence in the Segunda Division and FIFA, still on that journey back up to La Liga. Next up on the list, we have the worst team in FIFA. Statistically, these guys have been the worst team on the game for years on end. A title I don't think anyone really wants to hold. It's UC Dublin. These guys are a slight exception though. It's a unique situation as they're actually a university team offering scholarships to students simultaneously playing in a football team. Literally one of a kind. You're not going to find any other team like this in career mode, which is why it provides for such an intriguing challenge. You know, you're going to start off with bare bones, amateurs at best, with a collective of 50s and even 40 rated players. Don't expect too much headed into this. You're going to have to be doing a lot of the work yourself, whether that's scouting, finding new bargains, unearthing hidden gems. This could provide for a long-term youth academy Irish-only challenge. If you're up for it, if you're down for a challenge, the difficulty level on this one, especially if you move into England, is going to be monumental. Imagine having a bunch of university students running about on a Champions League pitch. Things only possible in career mode. We're back in England now, and it's fallen giants at their finest. Headed up to the northeast, where we have Sunderland, former Premier League staples. Every year they were riding their luck, just surviving in a relegation scrap campaign after campaign. Unfortunately for the Black Cats, they're seen dangling down in League One, dropping down not only one but two divisions after their relegation to the Championship. You need to bring back the good times at the Stadium of Light. They deserve it, man. After Newcastle's takeover fell through, the Magpies are in the mud. It's the perfect time for the cream to rise to the top in the northeast and create a Netflix series worthy story that needs to be developed for your side. Sunderland Till I Die goes pretty hard on Netflix, and I want to be the next star of the show, known as the manager who takes the Black Cats back up to their glory days. Oh hey there Germany, we're back, and also we've returned to Munich. It's going to be one of 5 Munich teams now in FIFA 21. Bayern Munich II, another debutant in FIFA 20. If you didn't follow them throughout the regular season, it's Bayern Munich's academy team. They actually achieved promotion to the second division, the Bundesliga 2, but unfortunately, thanks to German rules, they aren't allowed to be promoted, and the highest division they can reach is the 3 Liga. So your time is now in FIFA 21 to rectify the situation, because we all know in career mode, real world rules don't apply. EA will never go that in depth. Be the master behind the madness and create a near impossible scenario where Bayern's second team is outperforming their first team. Bolton were on the cusp of administration and becoming extinct just like Bury last summer. They've completed the drop from a Premier League standard club and Europa League contenders to now lurking in the 4th tier of English football. They've outdone Sunderland, finishing in rock bottom of League One last season. Relegation bound, things have gone from bad to worse. Counting their lucky stars as they've been saved by new ownership and investors, they're ready to bounce back starting from scratch. It marks the start of a brand new era. However, the streets will never forget the team they had back in the 2010-11 season. Stuart Holden, Gary Cahill, Martin Petrov, Sturridge, Rodrigo, Johan Elmanda, and the list goes on. To even work their way back to that level is going to be a mission, let alone win the Champions League. So I wish you well on your managerial venture, you're gonna need it. Next up, I'm giving you lads the option here. You've got a French decision to make. Either take over Paris FC and upset the mega-rich PSG in their quest for world domination and become brand new kings of the City of Love. Or you could stray away from a traditional classic Road to Glory series and write new history, experience a new era with a club that has never duked it out at the top level in over a century of their existence. USL Dunkirk have found themselves promoted back in League 2. In their 111-year history, they've never played in a higher division than Ligue 2 and have made it to the semi-finals of the Coupe de France once in 1929. Yeah, I hate to alarm you lads, but that was nearly over 100 years ago. Feel a part of the project with the Seasiders and curate the best local talent to become a new French powerhouse that dominates for years to come. Two contrasting French Road to Glory stories that could really elevate your FIFA 21 career mode experience. Are you going to be the manager who turns both these clubs' fortunes around? You make the decision, or why not have both? There we have it. That has been my list of the best Road to Glory teams you need to rebuild in FIFA 21 career mode. Like I said, let me know if I've missed out on any obvious choices. I've tried to round it down to some of the best, most unique circumstances that I really think you guys should give a go. I think that's a solid little lineup to hype you guys up and get the community G'd for this upcoming FIFA 21 launch. Let us know in the comments down below what RTG plays are you going to be most actively looking forward to, and what saves are you lining up for the brand new game cycle. I might have a few series coming out on the channel. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'll have them on the channel. Maybe I'll live stream them on Twitch. We'll figure it out once that bridge needs to be crossed. But for the time being, drop a like on the video down below if it's helped you out in any way, shape, or form. Subscribe and turn on those notifications as we're on the hunt for 100,000 subscribers before 2021. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all the social links are linked down in the description box below. Appreciate all the love and support you guys have been showing recently. As always, I've been BCHD and I'll catch you all in the very next video. Bring on FIFA 21.